Have you heard that poor sleep in babies can potentially have harmful effects, including growth delays, developmental delays, well-being, or even parental depression? Well, recent scientific data challenges everything we thought we knew about babies' sleep needs. In this video, I'll provide evidence-based information about healthy nighttime sleep based on the latest scientific data. Indeed, what you might have heard about certain sleep training techniques might not be the only way after all. I'm Laura, a neuroscientist with a Ph.D. in human sleep physiology, baby well-being and sleep certification, and I'm also the mom of one daughter and 2 kitties. My goal is to bring you easy science so that you are informed and you feel confident in your parenting choices. You have probably heard that a healthy 6-month-old baby, or a baby that is at least 15 pounds, that is 7 kilos, should sleep 11 to 12 hours per night. The idea is that at that age, babies can sleep through the night without the need to eat, and they can learn to self-soothe.
In the last decades, the American Sleep Foundation total sleep recommendations have slightly evolved. This 2015 report reflects some level of sleep need diversity in babies. Here, the dark blue is the current recommended range of total sleep per 24 hours. But you can see that there is the green zone that shows some amount of sleep that is considered potentially appropriate. Basically, it is acknowledged that there is a huge variation of adult sleep need that is considered normal, and it is believed that it is likely the same in babies. However, we don't have enough data yet to put these sleep amounts into enough, too little, or even too much sleep zones. While the total sleep recommendations accept some diversity in needs, the 12-hour night goal for babies persists in most parent groups, sleep experts, or even health practitioners.
What is interesting is that the biological reality of baby sleep is quite different from these claims. In 2022, a team in Harvard, in collaboration with the University of Tübingen in Germany, measured baby sleep objectively using ActiWatches. These ActiWatches are very similar to your favorite Apple Watch. They measure movements and they have been validated since the 90s to accurately measure sleep in adults and children. The researcher observed more than 300 6-month-old babies, and what they found was shocking to say the least. Indeed, the minimum nighttime sleep was 6 hours and 35 minutes. The maximum nighttime sleep was 10 hours and 12 minutes. Wait. What does that mean? Well, in that sample, the average nighttime sleep was 8 hours and 45 minutes. But when the researchers looked at the whole sample to see the minimum and the maximum nighttime length, no babies were sleeping 12 hours per night. So in this large sample, we can imagine that we had a good representation of the diversity of sleep needs. And that means that some babies will sleep more and some babies will sleep less. However, no 6-month-old babies slept 12 hours at night. So I'm proud to say we did it. We have finally debunked this fear-mongering sleep fact promoted by social media everywhere. So if babies cannot sleep 12 hours per night, what are we supposed to do? As I always say, the most important strategy is to focus on the unique needs of your child or your baby. Basically, we have to accept that no book will suddenly and miraculously give us the unique answer we need about our baby, and neither will social media. Your baby has unique sleep needs from birth, and it's important for you to observe and experiment so that you can find what works for them and what works for your family. Here are a few tips for your sleep journey. Think about creating a happy space for sleep. In that space, it's important to spend a lot of time playing with your baby, especially during the day. This enables the development of a positive association with the sleep environment, especially the bedtime itself. This is not a hack. This is not a quick fix. Keep in mind that it takes time to happen, especially in a brain that is so immature. Another thing to keep in mind is your unique child preferences. Have you noticed that they react differently to certain elements? For instance, are they more comfortable in certain clothes? That was really obvious for us. My daughter could never sleep without being covered from head to toe. But I have met some kids who are the complete opposite, and their parents will find them absolutely naked kid in the morning. Other than that, does your child sleep better with a little bit of light seeping through, or do they need complete darkness? These are the kind of things to keep in mind so that you can really support your child with what they need and help yourself at the same time. If you need full darkness and that you live in a country like mine, Japan, where there's a lot of sunlight at 4 a.m. in the morning, you can consider testing whether the blackout environment works for you using cardboard. It's a cheap and effective solution. Lastly, please remember that short naps are not the devil. Basically, during the day, your baby just needs to take the edge off of too much time without sleep, and many don't need 2 or 3 hours nap. Focus on your baby's overall mood to assess what kind of nap works for them. We shouldn't listen to everything we hear, especially if it is not really evidence-based. So next time you read evidence-based on a sleep expert's page, don't hesitate to look and check if they actually source where the evidence comes from. We've seen it, it's been shown, and actually the study that I presented is not the only one claiming the difference between the nighttime sleep needs that we believe and the actual nighttime sleep. But also remember that your child's sleep is broken into a multitude of periods of sleep. That's one reason why they don't need 12 hours of sleep. For many parents, trying to fit in those unrealistic baby standards that we hear can be a burden, can add some stress, anxiety, and even influence postpartum depression. So try to focus on your baby. I know it's not easy to trust yourself when you have so much information being thrown at you. You know better. You know your child, and you will know if they're unwell, if they don't sleep enough, and you can readjust when that happens. Since we talked about darkness, how do you survive in full darkness when you're trying to help your child in the night? Consider watching this short that I made about the perfect night light. It's really worth a watch, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!